Ruth Perkins here with Jackie Smith.
Yes.
Our latest Athlete Spotlight. So congratulations on earning this honor.
Thank you so much. I was really excited when you chose me.
Yeah. Well, you've got such a cool story and you've grown so much as an athlete, and I think other people will be inspired to hear about your journey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
So, all right, Miss Jackie, when did you start working with Perkins Coaching?
So I started working with you, I believe, in like June of 2023, about that time frame.
Yeah.
And I decided to start running with you or having you coach me when I had finished the TCMA half marathon, and I ran like a 1:43, which I thought was really good because
It is really good.
and that included time like for me like throwing up. I was at that time in my running, I really did not believe in nutrition or hydration.
Yeah.
And it caught up to me at about mile 12.
Okay.
And so even with that, I was like, all right, this is feeling like I can do something. And then I knew 3 people in my life that were already coaching with you. So my friend Janelle was running with you. My friend Karen was running with you. And then I was in a part of this leadership group.
Yeah.
And in this leadership group, my friend Ryan, or my colleague Ryan. Farmer Ryan was part of this group. And he was telling me about his amazing running coach and how she really helped him with his ultra running. And I was like, well, I'm really interested in ultra running too. I'm like, who do you use? And he said Ruth. And so that kind of solidified it for me, where it's like, okay, this is something I really want to move forward with.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and you answered the second part of it. Like, why did you decide to hire a running coach?
Yeah. And I think for me, it was like, I knew that I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Right. So I was running about 3 or 4 times a week, and I would just run hard, and that's it. And everyone was hard, and every run was like important. And I had downloaded the Hanson training method for a marathon. And I remember I didn't know what a tempo rate, like what tempo meant. And I remember Googling it, and it was like, well, it depends. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And so it was one of those decisions where it's like kind of who, not how, like, instead of me trying to do the mental work of figuring out what to do, like finding someone that I knew got other people to meet their goals. So, yeah.
So what were your goals when you started, and how did you come up with those goals?
So my goal was to qualify and run in Boston. So
you have now twice.
I have now twice. And that's something that I really thought about doing. So when my daughter was like 4 or 5 years old, I started running, and I was running marathons at the time. And
how old is she now?
She's 26.
Wow. So you've been running quite a while.
I have. And I remember running, I could barely get in a 15-mile run ever, right? So it was one of those things where I would just show up and just run hard. And I was talking to my husband about how I didn't have I just had a Timex watch. And when I would run these marathons, I was so concerned about getting home in time to get the babysitter. So it was all about being done to get the babysitter than it was about how well I was going to do.
That's legit mom worries.
Yeah. So I knew at that moment I wanted to run in Boston, but I didn't know how I was going to be able to do it. And so it really wasn't until after she got done with college and the kids grew up that I could really dedicate the time to do it.
That's cool. So what has been your biggest accomplishment, and tell me why it feels so significant?
So I would say there's 2, obviously running, qualifying for Boston twice and finishing it just makes me so emotional because it was so important to me. And I think there's something about the hard work that you put into something and seeing that accomplishment. And I think it's just a reminder to me of if I really put my mind to something, I can accomplish it.
Yeah.
And it was hard work, and it was a lot of time and a lot of sacrifice in other places. But I just love the feeling of being able to participate with elite athletes and being able to participate in something that many people try to achieve and just can't. Or don't. Yeah.
So which of the 2 Bostons did you feel more like was a bigger accomplishment if one felt bigger than the other?
I think the accomplishment this year felt so much bigger.
The second
one. And I would say it was because my mindset was really different. Like I didn't come in with the pressure, the emotional pressure of this is such a big deal and you have to win and you have to like PR.
Yeah.
This year I came in with, I'm going to have fun and I'm going to show up and I'm going to enjoy the towns as we run through them. I'm going to hit the Newton Hills as best as I could. And I had challenges along the way, of course. I feel like my body like betrays me sometimes, but my mindset was really good. And it felt really good to finish and really good to have like my family there.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is great. So every runner that I know tends to have a favorite workout and a least favorite workout. So what's your favorite one and why?
I think my favorite one is now the 600 meter with the 200 meter float after.
Okay, so float workouts.
So the float workouts are super fun. And I used to hate track workouts and now I love them because I love to see how fast I can go. And I love that I have like the 200 meter checks to make sure I'm actually like on pace.
Yep.
So those have become my absolute favorite.
Yeah, you've learned a lot about how to run track workouts. We taught Jackie how to check her splits and go by just the time and letting the track be what the track is because it's going to be a lot more accurate than the GPS. And so it gives you a little bit more control and it helped you feel a lot more
I think I had a sense of confidence.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I'm running too fast. I can't believe I'm running too fast. I need to slow down. Or like those moments where you're pushing, like really getting the mindset of, okay, I get to push versus I have to push. So it really helped me be excited about speed work versus kind of like anxious about it, which had been my, like, I don't know, I used to feel like, oh no, what if I can't hit these numbers? And now I come in with a lot more curiosity and like having to hold myself back sometimes. Learning how to control myself again at the start and like getting called off the track like once because I was going too fast. So those are the things that are really, it's really fun for me because it's about, it helps me teach or understand control. And it helps me when I'm actually running in races too, because I learn like I can push and I can pull back. Like it doesn't have to be a steady state all the time. Yeah. And that mentally has been really forgiving.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that you love that workout. What's your least favorite workout?
Oh my gosh. The worst one was the 2 miles on the track.
Oh, the 2 mile time trial?
Yes.
You lost track of what lap you were on.
Yes. I feel like that one was really hard.
So to be fair, that's not an actual workout though.
True.
Like that was a tough time on the track, but you did awesome.
I did. Workouts that I'm always like, oh, I hate doing, but I know I need them is hill repeats.
Hill repeats. Yeah.
Right. Like I know I can't hit like the times that I want to hit on them, but like I really try to push for them. And so, but I know I need hills in my life.
Yeah. And we do try to turn it to effort on hills. We look at what pace we're aiming for, but then we tend to try to run it by that effort rather than the actual pace.
Right.
Because then we get to turn around and come down also at effort, which ends up netting us faster.
Exactly.
So it's just a great way to learn how to do. So when you're practicing for Boston, it's a great way to learn how to handle the hills. So you know that you're going to be a little bit slow on the up and you know that you're going to be a little bit fast on the way down. But when you're using the correct effort and you know what that effort feels like and the push and the pull, you can end up averaging the correct pace.
Right. And I think learning that push and pull is like the benefit of doing hill work because if you're a numbers person, it's really hard to wrap your head around that idea of effort. And I think hill repeats are good for that, but they're just hard.
Yeah, they are hard. And we did have that one day.
Yes.
It was a little bit of a puke and rally, but you rallied.
But we rallied.
So,
yes.
All right. And we did learn about your fueling that day.
We did.
Okay. Do you prefer to run in the morning or in the afternoon or evening?
I am a morning runner.
Like what time in the morning?
I love to wake up at 4:30 and I love to be out running by 5 a.m. because it's quiet. There's no cars on the road. One of the things I love to do is if I can run in the middle of a road, because I grew up in
Like
the
on the crown
country.
of it?
Yeah, I want to run in the middle of the road, and I feel like at 5 o'clock in the morning, I can do that in a lot of parts of Tacoma.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just love that quiet.
So does it matter whether it's winter or summer? You just love that schedule
I
regardless
love
of the
that
time of
schedule
year?
regardless of the time.
Okay.
Also, I think I'm heat averse, so the afternoons are just not it for me.
Very heat averse
Yes.
over here. Yes. Okay. So, which cracked me up when you wanted to run the Honolulu Marathon. And I was like, Jackie?
I know, but the only reason I picked the Honolulu Marathon is I knew I could like get my daughter to run it with me. And so she did. So
and that was a cool experience.
That was a really cool experience.
So what new connections have you made in the running community since working with Perkins Coaching? Have you made any new running friendships? Like any connections for like support for like massage or PT or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. I definitely have made a lot of friends. I feel like through coaching with you, like I think about Nicole and Kelly. I feel like I've gotten to know Janelle better.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like I'm really grateful for my relationship with you.
Mm.
I feel like I get teary all the time, but I feel like I've had a lot of coaches in my life, like not necessarily like you're my first running coach, but I played softball and I played all sorts of sports. And I just feel like the relationship that we have created has been really important. And like, I feel really safe and I can be transparent even when I'm like, I'm thinking about sneaking in extra workouts and I don't want to tell you, but I feel like I should tell you. So like that has meant a lot to me. And then in terms of other resources, like I use Beehive Massage, which I really appreciated. And then trying to think of other resources. I think that's the main one that I've been accessing.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Because we haven't needed physical therapy for you.
No.
You've been injury free.
I haven't. Like I've been doing all of my strength training. So like I think you supporting me through strength training has been a huge game changer for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And thank you.
Yeah.
I want to highlight how important, like if you're thinking about hiring a coach, make sure that you hire somebody that you really do feel like you can trust, somebody that cares about you as a whole person, and that meets you with the kind of intensity that you need. The relationship of coaching athlete is invaluable for how you'll be able to perform as an athlete. Because if you can trust me and my process, then you can sort of take the pressure off yourself, and then you have room to thrive. And let me do all the hard thinking for you, rather than you constantly be like, you know, that mental load of like, okay, what should I do today? How hard should it go? How, you know, and that's so make sure that you're looking for a coach that you feel like you can trust to hold the mental load, and that also like there's going to be some emotional load, and so somebody that you feel safe with also emotionally when you show up on those hard days, or when a workout starts going sideways, which they will sometimes, and somebody that will also celebrate absolutely ecstatically with you when you are winning it.
Exactly.
So
exactly. And I think that's really, I think the emotional side is really important too, because I think running brings up things. And so I think that you and I had some conversations about like me feeling like I'm not good enough, even though if I'm pushing, and just kind of walking me through that, or like feeling like you have reassured me that I'm not disappointing you. And I'm like, but I'm projecting that I am. And so we like having some conversations about that too, and just being like really honest about like those things that come up, because I think running is really emotional for a lot of people. Yeah.
And I feel like you probably know a little bit more about emotions than other people as a mental health therapist.
Yes.
And so that's like, I love your view on the importance of that.
And I think having that relationship is key. It's kind of like the therapeutic relationship I have with my clients. It's like, I feel like I have that with you, where I can be really honest about like the trickery my brain wants to do around like, well, like maybe I can run my easy runs faster, and like having conversations with you around, okay, we really need to slow these down. And then it really shifted the way like I felt after I really like made my slow run slow.
If you could go anywhere in the world for a run, where would it be and why?
So I want to run the Lofton Ultra Trails in Norway. So it's this like Arctic Circle run because I like the cold, right? But you run through towns, you run over mountain passes, you run next to the ocean. it's just supposed to be like really beautiful. So.
Okay, so just floating an idea here. You know that Heidi of Beehive Massage is Norwegian, right?
I did not know that.
And so I think you might need a massage therapist to go with you.
Right? So maybe she could even run it with us.
Oh my word. Okay.
Like, we could do it as a relay or as an individual. So
I love that.
I'm trying to get my kids to agree to go for my like 50th birthday or something.
That sounds amazing. Wow. Norway.
But it's just beautiful. It's just so
Have you
beautiful.
ever been to Norway before?
I've never been there before. But I'm also like been like doing cold plunging and stuff. So I'm like, we can do like sauna and cold plunging and ultra running.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Oh, so what is your favorite brand of running shoes and apparel? And has it changed over time?
It has changed. So I moved from, I used to like love running in Brooks, but I have switched to running in Ultras. And it that has really allowed my hip. I've had some like hip twinges just a little bit, and like that completely went away when I switched to those shoes. But in terms of like apparel, I really like Lululemon leggings. I really like Brooks shorts. I like Bandit shorts. So I'm kind of a mixed bag when it comes to like apparel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about fueling? What's your favorite brand of fueling?
Oh, I love carbs. I like Victus a lot, which is really hard to get.
Okay.
So Victus is probably my favorite. Those are my favorite. I also enjoy UCANs. Like when I take a UCAN, it's like a little bump for me. Like I really enjoy those as well. Okay. Yeah.
Great. Who is your favorite pro runner and what do you admire about them?
I think Sarah Hall is my favorite. I think it's really cool that she won the Boston Marathon Masters this year, and I got to run in that race with her.
She basically helped you do it.
Right, she did help me. She kind of pulled me along. But I think what I really appreciate about her the most is her character. And it seems to me she's come in with a really strong like loyalty to herself, to her husband, to her children. But I think even to like ASICS, like when ASICS like didn't have a super shoe, she like stayed committed to them. And I think hearing about like other brands and other like runner stories, like there's just something about her where she's just really committed to who she is as a person and has really stayed true to that. And she just grinds away. Like she runs a lot of marathons, and I've listened to her on podcasts, and like I'm inspired by her adoption of the children that she picked up when she was at an orphanage in Ethiopia. So there's just so many things about her that I'm just like, she's a solid runner, but she's an amazing human as well.
And the fact she's like our age.
I know.
That's really inspiring.
So, and I got to run with her. So that's
you
really
basically
cool.
were like became best friends at Boston since you ran right next to each other.
Right next to each other most of the way until she kind of kicked at the end.
She kicked your butt right at the end.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I know.
Okay, so what is something interesting about you that might surprise people?
I really like struggled with this question, but I think the thing that I thought of that was like kind of surprising to me as I reflected on it is I've always ran some. Like in high school I ran because I played softball and volleyball. I did weightlifting and running, but I don't think I fell in love with running until I was in the Army. And then I started to think about myself as a professional athlete because I was like, I can't believe I get paid to exercise. And I know, I was like, this is amazing. So like I really invested time in helping, because I was a good runner from the beginning, and there was remedial PT for people who were struggling with running, and I always volunteered to like mentor people. So I got to run like twice a day, every day, and get paid for that. And so that's when I really like fell in love with running, and it was something that I was naturally good at. Like sports, I'm a little like, it took a lot of work for me to have the coordination. Like I was a pitcher and it was just really, really hard. Like it was a lot of work that I put into that, and running just felt really easy where I just could like naturally get better and better at it. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I love that mindset of like, you felt like you were, because I feel like so often exercise or running is especially in the military is used as punishment.
Yes.
So I think that's what surprises me is that you fell in love with it when I feel like sometimes for other folks it can feel the opposite.
Yeah.
And I love that you were able to use that time to like help other people. Did you feel like any of the people that you helped, did they start to kind of love it as well?
I think that, like, I'm thinking of what, like, I did this even in basic training, and there was this woman, Bramhall. She was from the Bronx, and I remember running with her and running with her and running with her. And at first she would call me crazy, like, why are you doing this? And then by the end, like, when she passed her PT test and was able to graduate with us, like, just the gratitude from that. And I think she found that she could do it. And I think that's the thing about running that I love is, like, it's not necessarily the people who win. It's also the people who are the back of the pack who are working so hard to, like, achieve the same goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
It was really a great experience for me. Yeah.
Well, Jackie, it has been really good to get to know you a little bit more today. Is there anything else that you would like to let folks know that we haven't covered?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I think the biggest takeaway for me is, like, finding someone who can support you and who can help you achieve your goals, and just keep working through things. Like, we haven't even talked about the 50K that you supported me in, and like how strong I felt when I finished, and like just anything I want to do, like any race, I feel like you could support me in. And I feel like that there's a lot of confidence that I have in you and your ability to coach me to achieve my goals. Thank you.
Now, in the picture that we used, you had your 3 medals because there were 3 defining races for you. Can you quickly tell me about those?
So the first one was the TCMA Half Marathon. And that one was pivotal for me because I think it was the first half marathon I had ran in years. And so just showing up and like grinding and working really hard, like that felt really good, and was the catalyst for me to invest in myself and hire you as a coach. The second one was the Rogue Marathon, which was my first qualifier for Boston. And that one was really cool because I was in Medford, and my sister lives in Medford, and my sister is like an amazing runner. Like she, like I think took first or second in the Mount Fuji Marathon. Like she's an amazing runner. And so she and her sons got to be there to support me. And so that was really meaningful to achieve that with her and her family there. And then the last one was the final Boston Marathon, or this most recent Boston Marathon, where I felt like I showed up and I was just really happy and grateful to be there. And this idea, like one of the things you talk about a lot is like running with curiosity and with gratitude. And I had struggled with that earlier in this season. And I really, through like talking with you, was able to shift my mindset around just like being curious and running with gratefulness, and just kind of holding that and being able to do that, and maybe not accomplish like the time goal I wanted to accomplish, but crossing the finish line and holding that.
Yeah. And you were fairly close to your time goal.
I was really close. I was really close.
Well, thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you, Ruth.
It's an honor to work with you.
I feel the same. Thank you.